We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs find themselves on an impressive 9-game winning streak. They'll try to push it into double digits next. Justin Steele is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Now to the plate, Joe Gutierrez. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The right fielder, Joe Gutierrez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Oh, okay. I see how it's going to be. You're going to implore that. You're going to use the ambush tactics and not playing nice right there. Usually you're supposed to take the 0-0 pitch to start the game. He wasn't paying attention.
To the plate now, Joshua York, as he'll follow one into the dirt and come up empty for the first strike. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going right. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. But your eyes on that double digits. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity today.
Here it comes, 0-2. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
So stepping in, Barry Bonds. He was hitless in the shutout last night. He's set. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side, and that's through for a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
To say this game has not started the way the pitcher wanted it to would be an understatement, to say the least. But he can't worry about the mistakes he made here. He just has to get himself out of it. Easier said than done as the cleanup man steps in next.
In now, Doug Taylor, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. A 1 pitch on its way. Fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not on that one, as this is bounced foul. It's still 1-2. Gutierrez, the runner at third. York on second. Bonds on at first with nobody out. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Roll. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out. Give your team a chance. Give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit. Even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
Standing in now, Omar Rodriguez, as he'll take a good look at a curveball that sweeps right across the zone in there for the first strike. Comes set, and the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Softly hit down to third. Likely no shot at 2. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And this will go down as an E5, as you can see the exasperation on his face. Into the box, Eric Drysdale. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Now the 3-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Santiago is there. Let's see if they try it. And the throw comes in, and all 3 runners are forced to hold on with 1 away now.
The second baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So striding in, Jose Ramirez. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Just way too patient in this situation. With the bases loaded like this is your chance to be the hero.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Batting it.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Bryant Light, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Already pitching from a deficit here as he fires this one by him for strike 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. With runners in scoring position this season, Light is a batting line residing in the 230s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
2 out, bases loaded. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Buckner is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Braves 2 and the Cubs nothing. Glenn Shirley is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Digging in, Adam Greenberg. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Stepping in now, Pete Armstrong, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. The boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, come and try to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. Little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2.
No, outside.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time.
Ball.
Defense has got to be on their toes right here. 3-2 count. Runner on first has got some serious wheels. You know he's probably being put in motion.
And he struck him out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Into the box, Ryan Buckner. Buckner is a highly regarded defender, especially as corner infielders go. Some guys at first or third are there because they can hit, but he takes a lot of pride in his defense, and as a result, it's definitely not uncommon for him to make an impact on the game with his glove. He is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. In for strike 2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
One out and a runner on second base. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
At the plate now, J.C. Embry, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. the 1-0. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
So now to the plate, Freddie Santiago, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. The 0-2 home. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is lined into the gap in left center, and he's going to come through here with extra bases. 1 run scores. And a relay home. Throw won't get him.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their third hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go in this one.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And that's going to fall for a base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Batting it, the catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
At the plate, Jimmy Grimes, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
In now, Justin Steele, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. 4 runs here in this half inning. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Well, this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 1 inning in the books here. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves 2. Leading off the inning, Glenn Shirley, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
For Atlanta, the right fielder, Joe Gutierrez.
At the plate, Joe Gutierrez. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, and it's 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And he'll dive back in. Standing in now, Joshua York, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. He's running. Pitch inside, the throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
Three and 0 now.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Three balls and a strike to the Atlanta shortstop. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 25, Barry.
Stepping in, Barry Bonds. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
In there, no balls and a strike. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Now the 0-2 pitch. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be 2. There's 1. And the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Doug Taylor. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he's in there safely as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Stepping in now, Omar Rodriguez, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Rodriguez has a .280 batting average. Ready with the 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Greenberg is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Greenberg.
The center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball.
The 1-0. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
The next Cub up, Pete Armstrong. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
The windup and the 0-1. A ball and a strike.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Fouled off. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's the pitch. Ryan Buckner is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside. 1-0. Now here's the pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4 last time around. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves 3. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Braves to discuss his thoughts on Atlanta's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Leading off the inning, Eric Drysdale, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here comes the first pitch. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. The pitch. 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time. 1 down. In now, Jose Ramirez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Bounce towards the second baseman. Fielded cleanly, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, number 18.
At the plate, Bryant Light. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Armstrong is underneath this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Cubbies are in front 4-3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, J.C. Embry.
J.C. Embry.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
D-Rod. 0-1.
0-1 count, and the pitch.
Ball. Ball.
fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Misses above the zone for a ball.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. He's right there. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race.
Santiago.
Settling in now, Freddie Santiago. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up.
And this will kick off the third base bag. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Up next to the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason.
At the plate, Jason Kipnis. It was a bases-clearing double for him his first time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
No, inside.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Runner at first here, one man out. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
1-2.
Grounded to third. Oh, but it's thrown away at second. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. And that'll bring in the veteran Ben Zobrist, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch down the third baseline. Hit back toward the mound, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 5-3 game.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given up more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the 3rd inning.
At the plate now, Jimmy Grimes, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Two and two to the Cubs catcher.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Into the box now, Justin Steele, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. All set for the start of the fourth, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Glenn Shirley.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth.
Now batting, right fielder, Joe Gutierrez.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Joe Gutierrez. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball. 1-0.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Santiago is there. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Joshua York.
Ready for another chance, Joshua York. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Braves. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he stressed that a big part of their success has been their ability to take advantage of their opportunities. They've obviously put a good amount of runs on the board, and part of that has been the 4 hits they've collected with runners in scoring position. On top of that, they haven't left many guys on base, so getting them on and getting them in has indeed been the name of the game for them, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Adam Greenberg.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
2 balls, no strike.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
So striding forward now, Pete Armstrong. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Dad, it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. Ball 1. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And a fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Bonds comes on now and puts it away for the 2nd out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Buckner.
Standing in, Ryan Buckner. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
And this is low, ball 1.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
And he misses low with it, 2-0. Five runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. 2 balls and a strike to count. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And it's fouled away. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Leading off the inning, Barry Bonds, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way. Now the 1-0. And that's swung on and missed, so good work on the mound will take care of the National League's leading hitter, and there's one away.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Into the box, Doug Taylor. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Count remains at 0-2. Popped him up. Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Omar Rodriguez.
Digging in, Omar Rodriguez. He's got an RBI despite an 0-for-2 effort to this point. First offering on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're still down 5-3. Anthony Sparks will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 5, Anthony Sparks.
Riding in once again, J.C. Embry. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout in this one.
J.C. Embry.
Here's the first pitch to him.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. Running hard, he's digging for second. And that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Digging in once again, Freddie Santiago, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
First delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. No one out with a runner at second. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball.
Lays off 2-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Jason Kipnis, as he puts it on the ground to third. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Zobrist.
Stepping up now, Ben Zobrist. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch coming, here it is. And he fouls this one off. 2 out here and a runner at second. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, and it remains 5-3. Julio Teheran takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 49, Julio Teheran.
Leading off the inning, Eric Drysdale, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Eric Drysdale.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Too high, and it's 3-0.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Show some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Stepping into the box, Jose Ramirez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Nobody out, runner on first. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Now another 0-2.
Ball.
Fouled off. He'll try again. 1-2. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit, froze him, but just missed the zone.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
To the plate now, Bryant Light, as he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Runners on first with 1 down. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Zobrist has it. Kipnis on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
Jimmy Grimes.
Here it comes. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Hopped up, and there's the first out.
The pitcher, number 49, Julio.
Sammy Sosa will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Sosa.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. He's got the average of 285 here to start play. 9 homers, 26 RBIs. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. The count now at 2-2. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Adam Greenberg. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
From the stretch, runners on the move for second. A pitch out. The throw, short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's wide, 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Standing in now, Pete Armstrong, pulled high in the air out to right field. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Cubs strand 1 as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Billy Palmer is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 25, Billy Palmer.
Robert Fitzgerald is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Fitzgerald.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Didn't miss by much there, but it's just a bit high. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Back up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench, and he's aboard here to lead off the inning.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, Joe Gutierrez.
In now, Joe Gutierrez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
At the plate now, Joshua York, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this one's in the dirt. And a bad time for that as the runner takes second here.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
Hit on the ground to third. Zobrist is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, the left fielder, Barry Bonds.
So a big moment here in standing in Barry Bonds, but a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-0, here it is.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Armstrong is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Braves strand 1. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Drew Barksdale gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Drew Barksdale.
Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
Ryan Buckner.
Here's the pitch.
Ball.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Ball. That's down.
Tough to lay off a breaking ball that good, but he saw it all the way.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
From the stretch, J.C. Embry comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. One out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
And the pitch.
Yeah.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
There's ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Now batting, Freddie Santiago. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball. No, that's it.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one. The 1-0. Soft liner to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
So we've got runners at the corners here, one away, and standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Hey. No ball. One strike.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now you want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box, Ben Zobrist. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Santiago rounds the corner and is headed home. Kipnis is on his way home. Safe at the plate as they open it up to 8-3.
And you know, this run might be the one that seals this thing for good. A 3-run deficit is tough enough to overcome, but a 5-run deficit feels like it might just be a little bit too much. They don't have many outs left to work with.
Fernando Veras takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Fernando Vera.
Into the box now, Jimmy Grimes, as it's on the ground toward the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. Jesse Padilla will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning.
Jesse Padilla.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Adam Greenberg. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
He's set, and the pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1, but wisely no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue.
The left fielder, number 4. Pete
Coming to the plate now, Pete Armstrong. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. The 0-1.
Ball.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2. Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Hey guys, that's an excellent piece of hitting right there. A good changeup down and away gives most batters problems. But trying to think the other way from an offensive standpoint, excellent job.
To the plate now, Ryan Buckner. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now the 1-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
The 2-1 home is in there for the second strike. 2 down, runners at first and second. Popped him up. Light in foul ground. Oh, he brought it back. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Willie Peralta has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39, Willie Peralta.
Ready now, Doug Taylor. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Pitch on the way. Here's the pitch. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But, hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and, hey, that's part of the game.
Stepping in for the Braves, Omar Rodriguez. He's set. Here it comes.
No.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Now the 1-0. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. On the ground is short. This could be two. Scooped up. Kipnis on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Striding in, Eric Drysdale. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. First offering on its way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Chopped toward the second baseman. Throw in time, and the side is retired. This one pretty well in the bag. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Braves 3. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And coming forward now is the shortstop, J.C. Embry. First pitch coming. Here it is. The windup and the 0-1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Pitch popped up. Drysdale waits on it, makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Freddie Santiago.
Digging in, Freddie Santiago. First delivery to him on the way. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. There's a curveball, but it misses well out of the zone.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
The 1-1. Popped up. Drysdale over to his right. 2 gone.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. pitch on the way.
Yep.
Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Fouled off. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
2-2.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Ready for another shot now. Jose Ramirez starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Two and 1 to Jose Ramirez.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
This is pulled into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he'll make it into third base with a leadoff triple. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
At the plate, Bryant Light, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One 0 count. Here it is. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double play. Christopher Stanley will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 9 homers and 23 driven in. The 0-1 pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Man, I don't care who you roll out there against these guys. That's 10 wins in a row for them, so they feel like they could beat anybody in the league right now. And they're making it look awfully easy, too.
10-3 at the end of this contest. Chicago put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Justin Steele takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Glenn Shirley was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.